It was a tough game. I thought their physicality wore us down. I thought their ability to rebound the ball, 47 to 26 is not who we've been this year. Rebounding the basketball played a big part. And I thought the first half, defensively, we just weren't as locked in as they were. To give up 48 points in the first half is not who we've been all year. And so, we have to correct that, going forward, look at what we can do better. But I thought guys did a good job of fighting back in the second half. Made it, one possession game several times. We had opportunities and looks, and the ball just didn't go down for us. But, when you dig a hole for yourself like that and you need everything to go right, sometimes it doesn't. So it's not about the comeback. It's no more victory in that. It's about making sure that you're not in that position at the end at all.
What did you think about the team's energy, especially in that first half?
I didn't think our energy was great in the first half. I thought, that's why I thought they got off to a good start. I thought they energy wasn't as good as it should have been, and we subbed in those situations. We made some subs. I don't know if you noticed, we were subbing because we were looking at the energy, like making sure guys are coming in and giving what we want. And even the second half, played some guys a lot more that we felt more energy was coming from. And that's what we did. We made those adjustments based on what we saw on the floor, and we will always do that.
You talked about physicality there. Did they want it more? Did South Florida want it more?
I don't think they wanted more. I mean, that's always a tough thing to say. I think both teams wanted it. I think when they got off to that good start in the first half, they had just more momentum than we had. They had a lot of momentum while they started. You made a lot of shots. I mean, shot the ball 53% from the field, 50% from three. I mean, they have not done that a lot this season. They're a good shooting team, but they haven't shot at that clip all season long like that. So they really shot the ball well. I think they got going. They got really a lot of confidence, and they played well, together. I thought we did a good job of getting the little guy in foul trouble, Harris. We were really focusing on trying to, slow him down after the first game he had. I thought we did a good job of that. But then you had some guys really step up. I mean, Conwell stepped up. The kid Miguel stepped up. Keyshawn stepped up. You had guys that, off the bench come in and give them a huge lift and make plays for them.
Darius Johnson only played 19 minutes. Jalen closed the game out. Was there just something you'd like to see more from Darius, or things just working with Jalen?
Well, I think things were working with Jalen. Jalen went out there. I thought he was impacting, both sides of the basketball, and I thought that was a good, good for us. I thought he did a good job of, defensively. I thought he did a good job offensively, and that's what, he's done that for us this year. It's not like that's the first time. And if, when DJ's playing like that, he'd be out there playing too. So, or they play together. We don't mind that at all.
Last time you played him, you didn't have Michael Durr. Tonight you did. What difference do you think he made in this version of the matchup?
I thought Mike made a difference for us. At times I thought they did a good job. They really keyed on him. Whether bringing the double or pushing them off the block a lot. They did a good job of that. But he also did a good job in the lane for us, patrolling our lane some when he was in the game. But just he got in foul trouble, which kind of hurt him. He ended up fouling out, of course. But he was playing with fouls, and that that's always a little more difficult when you're having to be a little bit more cautious in what you do out there. And they end up picking 2 offensive fouls over the back to foul him out.
Kind of a follow-up to that, too, real quick with that. Did that open up the perimeter for Ithiel to have a big night from the arc?
No, it did. We've done this a number of times. We just, at that point, we sized down at times, and we put Taylor at the 5. And so offensively, that becomes, a lineup where we know we can space the floor and spread and play, that way. But then defensively, you got to also be good. You got to rebound the basketball. So it's a give and take where we have to make that decision, especially against teams that rebound well. And it's always a tough call based on time and score when we want to do it. But I thought it was effective when we went to it.
You talked about their hot start, but what's most frustrating for you about the way your team played defensively in the first half?
What's the most frustrating thing about me defensively is, we have a game plan. And so it's about executing what we do. And I just don't think, this is not the first. I think the last 2 or 3 games, I don't think we've executed our defensive game plan as well as we need to. So there's certain things we want to take away that we obviously see and we don't take away. That bothers me because this is game plan stuff. You got to execute the game plan in order to be successful in any game. And I think we haven't really executed some of the things that we wanted our guys to do. And these aren't things that they're not capable of doing. We're capable of doing them. But we have to just keep teaching. We have to keep teaching and keep pushing in that direction until it all clicks for our guys, because we were doing it before, so we know we're capable. We just have to get back to it now and get our continuity back, basically, and I think we'll get back to defending like we were capable.
Late in the second half, I think the deficit was 3 for an extended period. I think there was a sequence of maybe 6 missed 3-pointers. I know some of them were good looks and they're capable of knocking them down. Did you like that method, or would you prefer?
No, I really didn't. I'll show them that on film tomorrow. I didn't really like that, from my opinion as a player and how I coach. I thought a few of those shots we could have drove the basketball, and and we settled for those shots. I don't like to settle for threes. I like to take threes within our offense and rhythm, but I don't like to settle for them. I want us to take them when they just kind of obviously say I got it. But when I'm doing stuff just to take the three, I think it becomes a more difficult 3-point shot. And I think those are ones that we probably could have drove, got to the basket, maybe got in contact or fouled. Things that, we like to play out of that type of situation. I thought when we've been down, it requires, concentration. And I think when you're down, sometimes you're such a rush to catch up. I've been in a situation as a player and now, of course, as a coach. And when you're playing catch up, no matter what that lead is, it's 10, 12, 14. Even when it gets to 5, you're still playing like it's 10, 12, 14 in your mind, because you've been rushing to get it all back. And you stay in that mindset and you're still quickly doing things when you kind of can just catch your breath, slow down. We said at a timeout, hey, it's only a 2-possession game now. Let's just slow down. Have some poise. We're in it. It's not an issue. But we've had to do that. We've done that, of course, this game at timeouts, because I can see we're still getting wound up as if we're still playing catch up, like we're down double digits, and we aren't. And so it's just a function of some of the guys out there, experience-wise or inexperienced in those situations.
Well, let me ask you this question. You've been saying for a while now that your best basketball is ahead of you. Why do you think that? If this is the stretch you've been in the last 8-10 games.
One, I believe in my guys. I believe in my team, and I'm never going to be a guy that doesn't believe that we can't win and be successful. I'll never be in that position. And with this group, definitely not. So it starts there, Trace. And for me, I know through being a little disjointed with guys coming in and out. You got Durr now for his 3rd game, so he's coming into his thing. I think Darius maybe for his 5th game, so he's coming now. He should be about where he needs to be. And so they're coming back, but also it's a chain reaction. When those guys get inserted, now Lahat plays 2 minutes. Silla was in, getting there, playing in the rotation, playing 4 minutes. Like, you don't have the minutes to play, all the guys. So some guys are going to get a lot less minutes when you start bringing guys back, or they're going to get a lot more minutes when guys get hurt. And so they get accustomed to that role because they're starting now and playing all the minutes. And then now you pull back because you actually, bringing your starters back. So everybody's role kind of gets changed. There are other new guys, the starters working themselves back in. So it's taking them a while to get adjusted again. The guy that was the role player, not the role player, that wasn't starting, he goes back to the bench. He's been used to playing 20, 25 minutes. And so he's adjusting to that new role where I got to get in down for a minute and do something quick, or 2 minutes. And so it's just an adjustment for the guys. It's nothing, it's just basketball. you know that. It's not, it's just part of the game. And so you're just kind of just managing that, trying to work through all of that with the guys. And I think once we figure it out, it will click for us, because again, it's not like it'd be different if I was looking at us and we were getting, blown out by teams. My perspective would be, okay, we got to get better, keep teaching certain things, so let's try to move toward making it closer and then work our way toward winning. We're right there in all of our games, even this game. We're right there at the end. We're right there with 4 minutes to go in the game. Probably 2 to 4 point game. We're right there. I think it's a 3-point game at the under 4 minute timeout. It's a 3-point game. So that game is for the taking for either team at that point.
What's the toll though of a lot of close losses?
That's tough. That's the tough part. That's the tough part right there. What you said, the psyche of people, and it's human nature. Of course, it's disappointing. I know I'm upset. I know our guys are upset because we all have pride. We're all the competitors, so we're upset. But we have to use it the right way. It's like it's okay to be upset, but you need to use that emotion the right way to get better, to make the changes to get over the hump. And that's our job as coaches, to try to help them do that and to help our team do that. And that's what we're going to do. And that's why, you don't see me disappointed. USF played well. They had a really good game. And, wish we could have played better. We didn't. But now it's a way we have to look at, okay, what do we do going forward? Like, we have to stay in the present. The present is who's next, preparation, diligently try to correct the mistakes that we made in this game moving forward, and let's get going again. And that's what we have to try to do. And it's not going to be easy. No team's going to allow you just to do that. I know that. So no teams. So you have to go out there and make that happen. You can't just, like the old saying, you can't hope it's going to happen. You can't to make it happen. It's the only way in basketball. That's why I love it so much. I love what we do. It's raw competition. And if you don't, nobody's gonna let you off. When they knock you down, nobody's gonna let you get back up. They're gonna stomp you. You have to fight your way back off that mat if you're gonna get back up. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna fight our way back off that mat. Our guys have a lot of character. I believe in them. They believe in themselves. And that's what we're gonna do.
Appreciate it.
Good.
All good? Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, Coach.